Hey, what's up guys, Nate here. It's likely that you have already created the core values within your company, but if one of your core values is honesty, you probably have done them wrong. So in today's video, I want to talk about how to properly construct core values, what core values actually are, and how to properly apply them into your business. So one of the best core values that I think you can apply to your business right now is by hitting that subscribe button down below. On this channel, I talk about scaling online businesses and infrastructure and the latest news happening in the marketing world. So if those are things that you enjoy and benefit you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. All right, let's talk about core values. So a core value isn't just some fancy saying like honesty or integrity, although we do want to employ those things, or it's not just something that makes you think you care about your business. Core values are actually the rules and the guidelines that are the foundations of your company culture and your company character. They're also a really good tool to provide you an answer on whether you should or should not do something. It's kind of like having your own personal consultant within your company. And so I think of them in a similar way to family values that parents typically create for their families. They are a good thing that allows your company to know if they are doing something right or if they are doing something wrong, while at the same time, you're avoiding unethical behavior. So in order to start building your core values, I think a good place to begin is to start uncovering the actual personality of your business. This isn't a wish list or a list of how-tos. These aren't things that you wish could be, but rather the things that are already there. So there is no wrong when it comes to building this list. It's more of a discovery process for the values you wish your company to lead others by. So imagine that you are on, a dig for dinosaur bones, and eventually you come across one bone, right? You never just uncover the entire thing. You typically come across one bone, and then you gradually keep digging and digging and digging until you eventually uncover the entire bone structure of the entire dinosaur. And that's typically how discovering things go. Now, it's new in a sense to you, right, when you discover all of these things, but it's not necessarily something that wasn't there before. It's something that already was there that you have now discovered through the discovery process. And so the same mental thinking needs to be applied to discovering your core values. What do people do now that is good that everyone does? How would you describe what goes on with the people working there? Now remember, these are phrases, not necessarily words. It's something that you want to have an actionable purpose behind it. And so, although words like honesty and integrity are important words, they're not core values. It misses the entire point of what a core value actually is. So if you need an example, think of a company like Squarespace. One of their core values is empower individuals. Basically, think about every ad that they've ever put out. It's about being able to create your own business with their site. It's a really easy to use software. And so that being a core value means that when an employee needs to go look at the core values because they're thinking about how can we better improve the company, well, that's an actionable item there to think about the idea. Well, how does our company benefit the individual? So as you're going through your discovery process, something that can be good to do when building your core values is you want to come up with examples of similar stories of your team doing something that is truly amazing, and then turn this into phrases. That's typically how core values are built. So I'm sure that you can think of an amazing story that either you or your team has done to maybe get the job done, or did something really good for a customer. So I'll give you an example. Think about an advertising team that just got a new client, an impossible client that basically had no ads running, or things were just entirely screwed up, and things just kept looking bad over and over and over again. They kept trying, kept failing. And after so much time went by, and after so much hard work and late nights, things finally started to work. The client was really happy. Now, there's a lot of different directions that I could take that. One thing that just pops into my head is the idea of just never giving up. Although it's a little bit cliche, I mean, you could even extend it farther. Never, ever give up. I mean, it adds more power to it. So that's just a quick example. I'm sure there's a lot of stories that you can construct around your team and around what you do that can, really create those values. And these are meant to be values that people often demonstrate. Remember, it's not necessarily creating something new. When you're discovering something, it's about looking at what is already there, turning that into phrases, and making those actionable items for people to do in your company. So in an effort to build your core values, it's really important to just think about what are the good habits that happen daily. Remember the quote that is on my cover photo on my YouTube channel. Excellence is not an act. Excellence is a habit. It's just about doing the same thing over and over and over again. That same thing, though, has to be good. It has to be put against a measure of success. So when you know you have that good thing, whether that be that offer or just that process that you're doing in your company, you do that over and over again. Those are things that you can apply and put into your core values. So sit down and think, when you're trying to achieve the promise that your company makes to each of your customers, every time somebody signs up with you, there is a deliverable that you need to give and a promise that you need to fulfill. What are the recurring habits that actually gets them to that goal? Now, like I said, it's a discovery process. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. There are companies that spend months and thousands of dollars to get consultants to come in and actually look at what their core values and company values are. And it can make a huge difference in the company. And I recommend that everybody go about this the right way, because remember, these are the guidelines and the rules within your company that keep things ethical, that make sure that employees are doing the right things, and that it also leaves open the opportunity that you as the CEO or the business owner have the opportunity to focus on the business, because if a simple question can be answered by looking at the core values, then they should just look at the core values. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys found value in it, and I hope that you are able to take this and apply it to your core values. I hope also everyone had a good Christmas. We are coming to a close here in 2021. There still will be one more video made this year, so make sure that you subscribe down below so you can see when that video gets uploaded. Comment down below if you have anything else that you would like to add to the idea of core values, or if you would like me to expand upon something in this video. Thank you guys so much. Until next time.